starting. So starting standing up in the top of your mat, the middle of your mat, wherever you want to be. And then just begin to focus on your feet, starting at your foundation, your base. And as you stand here, just notice the way that you naturally place your weight. Do you take your weight to the outer edges of the feet, the inner edges? Do you balance somewhere in the middle? Wherever your weight lies, just begin to lift the toes off the floor and then spread the toes out wide and then connect them back down to the mat. As if they're like little hands beginning to grip into the floor. And from the soles of the feet, begin to bring your focus up the legs and gently firm up through the thighs. Come all the way up to your waist, your core. Pull the belly and the sides of the body in. And then begin to take an inhale, roll the shoulders up to the ears. And as you exhale, sigh the shoulders down the spine. Stand and tall, stand and strong in your Tadasana. And then as you stand strong from the foundations of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head, close down the eyes and just notice where your balance leans to here with your eyes closed. Can you maintain that equal balance, not leaning on the edges of the feet, not shifting your weight one side to the other? Can you stay strong and firm in the center, in your center? And with your next inhale, roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And as you exhale, sigh the shoulders all the way down the spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders up into the ears. Foundations of your body strong, toes continue to grip to the mat. Exhale, sigh the shoulders down the spine. And with your next inhale, take the arms wide, reach all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, placing the hands behind the head, lean the head gently into the hands. Take a breath. And as you exhale, curl the chin to the chest, beginning to bring the elbows in towards one another, and then fold the body slowly forward over the legs. Bend in the knees as you go. Gently lowering the crown of the head all the way down towards the ground. Keep this movement slow and steady. And then when you come as far forward as you can in your fold, release the fingertips towards the floor, allowing the arms to be heavy here. And then either with the eyes open or closed, twist through the head and neck to begin to kind of bring your gaze, your focus towards your right shoulder. Bring it back through center and twisting through the neck to move towards the left shoulder. I'm going to all the way back through center and take a gentle nod of the head, yes and no. And with your next inhale, with heavy head, heavy arms, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Focusing on the foundation of your body, your feet, toes gripping into the mat. Reaching the arms all the way up to the sky in your tall mountain. Exhale, bringing the hands behind the head. Lean the head gently into the hands, take a breath. Exhale the chin to the chest, the elbows curl in as you slowly fold the body all the way forward. Your feet remain tightly connected to the earth. Coming all the way into your forward fold. And when you come as low as you comfortably can, release the hands. And then sway the hands across the mat. Finding a little bit of movement through the knees,
As you sway the fingertips from side to side, just allowing your head to remain heavy here. Feet pulling your body to the earth, holding you strong. And with your next inhale, slowly begin to roll all the way up to stand. Head and arms are heavy. Reaching the arms all the way up to the sky, tall mountain. And then bringing the hands behind the head, elbows wide. If it's too much with the hands behind the head here, then maybe you bring the hands to the hips. Take in a breath. Exhale, pulling the waist in as you take a lean to the right. Inhale, come back into your center. Exhale, leaning over to the left. Inhale, come find your center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist left. So you inhale, come back through center. Exhale, option here to take it into a stand and back bend by squeezing the glutes to push the hips forward and allowing the head to rest back into the hands. If the back bend doesn't feel good for you, then stay in your center and think about drawing the elbows back a little bit more. Even if those hands are down by the hips, pulling the elbows and shoulders back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come back into your center, your neutral, and then place the hands together behind the back. Either catching the hands if that's comfortable or the hands on the lower back. Take a breath as you lift your heart. Exhale to bend the knees, send the hips back, lean the chest all the way forward. If your hands are clasped, maybe you can lift them all the way up towards the sky, dangling the head towards the earth. Check out the feet here. Your toes are still gripping into the mat. Your weight is evenly spread between the big toes and the little toes. If your arms are overhead, see if you can free up a little bit of space in the ribs and the shoulders. Take a breath. And as you exhale, release the hands to the floor. As you release the hands to the floor, bend the knees so the heels lift and sink your hips all the way down towards your feet. Take the knees out wide and then reach the hands forward. Curl the chin all the way into the chest. And begin to feel a stretch over the shoulders, a stretch up and down the spine as you curl the chin to the chest. If reaching the hands up forward onto the mat is a little bit too much for you, then use your blocks and just lift the height of your block here if you need. Take a breath in. A long exhale. Bringing the hands back towards the feet. Bring the block with you if you need to have that elevation of your floor. And then lift the hips all the way back to your forward fold. And as you inhale, slowly beginning to roll all the way up to the stand, reaching the arms up overhead in your tall mountain. And this time as you exhale, lift your right knee up towards hip height. It might be here that your block stays a little bit of a feature as we come into our stand and balances. So your block could just rest out in front of your right foot, just to help you with that balance. Think about the left foot, the toes being nicely spread, a little bit more width to your base here. Hug the belly muscles in nice and tight. Take a breath. As you exhale, begin to bring the hands down by the hips. Lean forward as you step your right toes to the back of the mat. Coming into your high lunge legs. Inhale to lift the arms to the sky.
And as you exhale, take a slow lower of your right knee all the way down to the floor. Take in a breath. As you exhale, option to reach the arms all the way out behind you, creating a back bend. Maybe if the arms overhead's not for you, hands on the hips to lean back. Or just stay here in your center, wherever feels good for you. Take in a breath. As you exhale, bring the hands down by the hips, lift the right knee off the floor. Take a lean forward on your inhale. And as you exhale, come all the way back to your stand and balance. Right knee lifts towards hip height. Maybe as you rest those toes on your blocks. Take a breath. Exhale in the hands to the heart, the right foot to the floor. Take a long inhale to open up the arms wide, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, hug the belly in as you lift your left knee. Again, your block might be there just to let those left tip toes rest on too. Take in a breath. As you exhale, bringing the hands down by the hips. Take a slight lean forward as you step the left foot all the way out behind you, coming in towards your high lunge legs. Inhale, lift the arms towards the sky, or maybe it's the hands on the hips. And exhale, lower the left knee slowly to the floor. Take in a breath. Exhale, option to lean back. Arms either overhead, maybe it's hands on the hips, or even into the lower back. Or possibly you just stay here in your center. Take a breath in. Exhale, bringing the hands down by the sides of the body, lift the left knee. Beginning to lean the body forward. Take a breath in. And exhale, step the left foot all the way forward into your stand and posture. Take a breath. And exhale. Lower the left foot to the floor and fold the body all the way forward over the legs. Bringing the fingertips towards the earth. Inhale to your halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the hands and step all the way back into a downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs in your downward facing dogs. If downward facing dog feels too much at any point, take it to the knees for your tabletop. And with your next inhale, rise high on the tiptoes. And exhale, lower both knees to the floor. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, the hips in your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale through cow. Dropping the belly, lifting the head, the hips. Exhale out through cat. So you inhale, come find your neutral. And exhale, extend right arm, left leg. Lift up out of your left wrist. If it's uncomfortable in the wrists at all and you have a couple of blocks or even one block, you could come onto your left forearm if you need to take it out of the wrists. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, reaching out as you extend. Exhale, bend the left knee and tap the right hand behind the back towards the toes. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, tap right hand towards left toes. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap right hand, left toes. So you inhale, extend. Exhale, take the right hand to the floor. And then from here, take your right toes right and lift the left arm all the way up towards the sky. So you're in this modified side plank with the left leg lifting out to the side around about hip height. Again, if it's uncomfortable on your wrists, switch the blocks and rest the right forearm on the block. Take in a breath. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, extend. From here, place the left hand to the floor and then step the left hip toes all the way out to the back edge of the mat. So your right knee is bent, your left leg is stretched out long. Tuck the right tiptoes onto the floor, take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift and hover the right kneecap off the floor. If you want to add in a little bit more, you could lift your right toes off the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, release. Right knee, left knee to the floor. And rest all the way back into the feet. Take a child's pose. Taking as much movement as you feel like you like here in child's pose. And with your next inhale, rise all the way up into tabletop. Long exhale to hug the belly muscles in tight. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, the hips. Exhale, round the spine, draw the chin to the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, the hips. Exhale, round it out through your cat. Inhale, come through neutral. Exhale, hug the core muscles in tight as you extend left arm, right leg. You could use your blocks underneath those wrists if you need to support your arms a little bit more. Take in a breath. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap your left hand towards your right foot. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend out long. Exhale, tap left hand towards right toes. Inhale, extend. Exhale, find your crunch. So you inhale, extend. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Turn the left toes left. And then reach your right arm all the way up to the sky in this modified side plank. Use your blocks underneath that left wrist if you need. Take in a breath. Exhale, crunch, right elbow, right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Really nice. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale to extend. Exhale, take the right hand to the floor and then step the right toes all the way down towards the bottom edge of the mat. Left knee bent, right leg extended. Tuck the left hip toes onto the floor. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lift and hover the left kneecap off the floor. You can keep your left toes on the floor, or you might want to tease those left toes off the floor for that little bit more oomph in your core, in your abs. Take in a breath. Exhale, release. Left knee, right knee to the floor. Placing the hands equally on the floor, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the legs in your downward facing dog. With your inhale, bring the gaze forward. And as you exhale, step, or maybe you want to jump the feet all the way up to the hands. Lifting up to your halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward over the legs. Inhale, wide arms, rise all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, bring the hands back behind the head. If not the head, hands to the hips. Spreading the toes wide, build up from the foundations of your feet to the crown of the head. Take a breath. And exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, lean it over to the left. Inhale, find your center. Exhale, twist to the right. Grip the mat with the feet. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, come find your center. Exhale, option to take it into your stand and back bend. Squeeze in the glutes to take the hips forward, lean the head back. Maybe it's your stand and back bend is just those elbows pulling back towards one another. Take a long full breath in. So you exhale, come through center, and then take the hands behind the back, either catching the hands or the hands into the lower back. Take a breath, lift the heart. Exhale to your forward fold. Hips move back, heart moves forward. If the hands are clasped, begin to lift them up towards the sky. If the hands are on the back, then just think about those elbows and shoulders pulling up away from the floor. Relaxing the head. Take a little rock forwards, backwards, yes, no. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, release the hands to the floor. With the hands on the floor, take a twist to the right. As you twist the arms towards the right, lean the weight of the hips towards the left. See if you can relax the head between the arms. Take a breath. Exhale, come through center. And twist the hands around to the left. Use your blocks if you need to lift the height of your floor as you twist. And then once you twist to the left, lean the weight of the hips to the right. Relax the head between the arms. So you inhale, come all the way back through center. And as you exhale, come onto the tiptoes, bend in the knees. Sink the hips towards the heels. And beginning to walk the hands forward. Curl the chin all the way into the chest. Stretching the skin around the shoulders. Stretch the spine as you curl the chin. Take in a breath. So you exhale, slide the hands back towards your forward fold. Inhale, wide arms rise all the way up to the sky, high mountain. Exhale, pull the belly and waist in as you lift your right knee up towards hip height. Again, you could use your blocks underneath that right foot just for your support. Take in a breath. So you exhale, taking the hands towards the hips. Leaning forward, send the right leg out behind you in towards your warrior three. If your block's in front of you and you need it for your balance, just rest the fingertips onto the block. Take a breath. Exhale, step the right toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky, high lunge. As you exhale, lower the right knee all the way down to the floor. And then cross your left hand either to your lower back or the back of the right thigh. And begin to reach the right arm towards the back edge of the mat. It might be that right hand's on your hip as you take a slight lean back. Take in a breath. Exhale, take the right hand to the floor and lift and sweep the left arm all the way up to the sky. Finding a twist here in your lunge. You can use the blocks underneath your right hand wherever you need. Take a breath from here. And then exhale, bring the left hand to the left knee. Turn your left toes towards the left edge of the mat. Option to stay here. Or if you feel like you want to move in for a little bit more of a twist, take a twist through the waist so that your right outer hip lowers towards the floor. As you lower to the floor, if it pinches a little bit much in the wrists, have your block underneath your right forearm. Maybe you can look all the way back towards your right toes. Take in a breath. As you exhale, come all the way back through center. And from here, slide the left knee back to meet the right. So you're in your modified plank, hips slightly forward of the knees. Option to stay here, or maybe you want to take it through a vinyasa, bending through the elbows to lower the chest, lifting the heart in your cobras, and press into down dog. If you're modifying here, maybe you take a little round of cat-cow, dropping the belly, and then rounding out through the spine before you press all the way into your downward facing dogs. Pedal out through the legs, stretch down the backs of the hammies. With your next inhale, bring the gaze forward. And as you exhale, step or jump the feet all the way up to the hands. Lift up to your halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward over the legs. Long inhale, arms are wide, reaching all the way up to the sky. Exhale in the hands behind the head. Toes are spread wide, equal pressure on inner outer edges of your feet. Take a breath. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale to your center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, option for your stand and back bend. Squeezing the hips forward. Take a breath. As you exhale, catch the hands together behind the back, or maybe you place the hands into the lower back. Long full breath here. Exhale, fold them forward over the legs. If your hands are clasped, lift them to the sky. If your hands are on your lower back, lift the shoulders and the elbows. Take a breath. And then exhale, release the hands to the floor. And twist both hands to the right. And then maybe you can walk your hands a little bit further right. Take a breath. And as you exhale, bend the knees so that when you twist, your left elbow is all the way out to the outer edge of your right knee. Take a breath here. Exhale, sweep the hands through center, lift the hips forward, fold. Take a breath. Exhale, twist the hands towards the left. And then take the hands a little bit further left. Bend in the knees so that when you bend, your right elbow is all the way around your left thigh. Finding a nice twist. Take a breath in. Exhale, bringing the hands through center, come into your forward fold. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, bend the knees. Either with the hands on the floor or the hands forward, sit all the way back onto your bum and extend the legs out in front of you. As you inhale, lift the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold them forward over the legs. Either catching the feet, place the hands on the floor, bend the knees if that feels much better for you in your forward fold. Take a long breath in through the nose. Focus on filling up the back space of the heart on your inhale. Exhale. Long breath in. Long breath out. And with your next breath, come all the way up to sit, bringing the right knee with you, placing the sole of the right foot on the floor. Take the right hand behind the back, reach the left hand to the sky, long full breath. And as you exhale, cross right knee to the left, left elbow to the right. Beginning to open up the chest to the right side of the mat. Thinking about your belly button, beginning to draw around towards the right thigh a little more. Using resistance between the right knee and left elbow to twist a little deeper. Take in a breath. So you exhale, come all the way back through center. And from here, you're going to lie down on the floor, lifting the left toes up towards the sky. Catch a hold of the back of the left leg in the hands, and then extend the right leg long. Option here to keep the head and shoulders on the floor, or if you want more of a challenge, lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Take in a breath. And as you exhale, switch the legs. Catch a hold of the right calf in the hands. Inhale to switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, lift the left foot to the sky. And then from here, see if you can get a bit of momentum as you rock forwards and backwards. And then see if you can bring it all the way up onto the feet to stand. Really nice. You might need to use those hands to get you up to stand. And then when you come to the top of the mat, take a long inhale, arms wide, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, hug the belly in, lift the left knee. Back to your standing balance. Block underneath those left toes if you need. Take in a breath. And as you exhale, beginning to bring the hands down towards the hips, lean forward as you send your left foot all the way out behind you, warrior three. If your block's in front of you, you can rest those fingertips on your block just for that little bit of help with your balance. Take a breath. Exhale, step the left toes to the back of the mat, reach the arms to the sky, high crescent. Take in a breath. Exhale to lower the left knee all the way down to the floor. From here, your right hand either to your lower back or crossed over to the back of the left leg. Long full breath. Exhale, reach the left arm all the way towards the back of the mat, or you might just have your left hand on your left hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, left hand to the floor, right arm to the sky. Coming in to find your twist. Take a breath. And as you exhale, place the right hand to the right knee. Turn the right toes right. Option to stay here. Or maybe you can begin to twist through the waist and lower the left outer hip all the way down towards the ground. If your wrists are uncomfortable, use your blocks to place the forearms onto. And find this deep twist. Take a breath. As you exhale, come all the way back through center and slide the right knee back to meet the left. You're in your modified plank. Options here, if you want to move your body a little bit more, then lift the knees off the floor and find full plank. Take a breath. Exhale, option to take it into your vinyasa or take it through a round of cat-cow before you step it all the way back into your downward facing dogs. Taking a long, slow breath in through the nose as you arrive in your dogs. Long exhale through the mouth. Long breath in. Long sigh out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump the feet to the hands. Lifting up to halfway lift. Exhale, fold them forward over the legs. Inhale, wide arms rise all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, fold them forward over the legs.
Bend the knees, lift the heels, drop the hips. Arms either forward or hands to the floor. Sit all the way down onto your bum. Extend the legs forward. Scoop the flesh from underneath your sit bones if you need. And inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Catch the feet, place the hands to the floor, bend the knees, even slide a blanket or something under your bum to lift your seat a little bit. Take a long full breath in through the nose. A long sigh out through the mouth. Full deep breath in. Exhale. With your next inhale, come all the way up to your seat, bend in the left knee. From here, taking the left hand behind the back, reach the right arm towards the sky. Take a breath. Exhale, cross the left knee to the right elbow to the left. Once you find the cross of the elbow on the knee, then begin to work on twisting the shoulders all the way around towards the left edge of the mat. So you don't want to just look with the head to the left, but think about twisting from the waist, up through the belly, through the ribs, through the shoulders. Find resistance between your right elbow and right knee as you twist a little deeper. Take a breath. And as you exhale, come all the way back through center. Beginning to lie down on the floor, lifting the right foot up towards the sky. Take a hold of the back of the right leg with the hands. Option to stay with the head and shoulders on the mat or lift the head and shoulders as you extend the left leg long. Take a breath in. Exhale, switch the legs. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, both feet to the sky. Exhale, take a few rocks until you come all the way up to your stand. Might take you a couple of times to get there. Amazing. Coming onto your feet, toes are spread wide, long. Inhale, arms lift and reach overhead. Exhale, stand and balance, right knee lifts. Again, your blocks are there if and when you need. Take a breath. Exhale, and the hands move towards the hips as you send the right leg out behind you, warrior three. If you need the block, rest the fingertips into the block. Take a breath. From here, as you exhale, if your hands are behind you, bring them together in front of the chest. And then you're going to cross the right knee behind the left. And then once you found the cross, take a deep bend in the left knee. And then step the right foot out to the left. You could still have your blocks underneath the hands here. Take a breath in. Long exhale. With your next inhale, begin to lift the arms all the way up overhead, rising up tall. Take a hold of the right wrist in the hands as you find a side stretch to the left. If it's too much with the arms overhead, then your hands could just be on your hips or somewhere down, floating by the sides of the body. Take in a breath. So you exhale, come back through center, either your hands on the block or hands to the heart. Step the right foot all the way back out behind you in your warrior three. Take a breath. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Lifting the arms all the way up to the sky. Take a breath. So you exhale, left hand comes behind the back, either to your lower back or the right thigh. Reaching the right arm all the way out behind you. Take a breath. Exhale, bringing the palms of the hands together, take a twist to the left. Option to stay up in a high twist Or you might want to take that right elbow all the way down to the outside of the left thigh in a lower twist. Some days we just want to take it a little bit easier, so staying up higher. Take a breath. As you exhale, bringing the chest through center, release the right hand to the floor and lift and sweep the left arm to the sky. Take a breath in. And as you exhale from here, take the left hand to the left knee. And then this time you're going to take both of your feet and turn them to the left side of the mat. So you'll come towards the outer edge of your right foot here. Option to stay up high, or maybe you want to add that little dip of the right hip all the way down towards the ground. Take in a breath. Exhale, lift the hip up away from the floor if you took it down low. And then place the left hand to the floor. Step all the way back into a plank, a high or low plank. Take a breath. Exhale, move through your vinyasa or move through your cat-cows. Rounding through the spine in your cat. Lifting the heart in your cobras. And pressing it all the way back into your downward facing dogs, or maybe you want to take a little breather in a child's pose. But taking 3 long breaths whenever you arrive back into your down dogs or your child's pose or wherever you need to be right now. Long slow breath in through the nose. Long fiery breaths out through the mouth. Focusing on the placement of your feet, the spread of the toes across the mat. And as you take your next inhale, bring the gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump the feet all the way up to the hands. Lifting up to halfway lift. Exhale, fold them forward over the legs. Dangle the head, heart, and hands towards the floor. And take a little rock from side to side. Just allowing the upper body to dangle over the legs. And with your next inhale, opening the arms wide, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale to your stand and balance, left knee lifts. Option to have the block under that left foot if you need. Take a breath. Exhale, the hands come down by the sides of the body, leaning all the way forward as you send the left foot back in your warrior 3. Using the block if you need under the hands. Take a breath. Exhale to cross the left knee behind the right. From here, take a deep bend in the right knee, and then step the left foot out to the right. Take in a breath. Long exhale. With your next inhale, opening the arms wide, rise all the way up to the stand, this cross-legged stance, and then find a side stretch. Taking a hold of the left wrist in the right hand, or maybe your hands are on your hips or floating down by the sides of the body. Take in a breath. As you exhale, come through center, either hands to the heart or hands on your blocks, as you send the left leg all the way up behind you in your warrior 3. Amazing work, everyone. Take a breath. Exhale, stepping the left foot back. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky high crescent lunge. From your high lunge, right hand to either the lower back or the back of the left thigh, and begin to reach the left arm all the way up behind you. Take a breath. Exhale, and the hands together in front of the heart.
And then take your twist to the right. As you twist to the right, you might keep it up high. You might take it down into a low twist. Using resistance between the elbow and the knee to turn the heart all the way around towards the right. Take a breath. Exhale, bringing the chest through center, left hand to the floor or your blocks, and lift and sweep the right arm to the sky. Holding strong in your twist. And then placing the right hand to the right knee. From here, turning both of your feet around to look to the right edge of the mat. So you come onto the outside edge of your left foot. Option, stay here or begin to sink your left hip all the way down towards the ground. Maybe again, you have your blocks that you rest your left forearm into. If it just feels a little bit too much in the wrists, take a breath. You exhale, lift the left hip if it was on the floor, come back through center, and then release. Right hand to the mat, step it back through your plank, either a high plank or a low plank. Take a breath. Exhale, moving through your vinyasa or moving it into your cat-cow. Pressing all the way back into a child's pose. Resting the forehead towards the floor. Allowing a little rock at the hips from side to side in your child's pose. So you inhale, come all the way into your tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. And with your next inhale, lifting the right leg all the way up to the sky. So you exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, high crescent lunge. So you exhale, take your prayer twist, either a high twist or a low twist. Take a breath. Exhale, the chest comes through center. This time, reaching your right hand forward, either onto the floor or on a block. Bring the left hand onto the left hip. And we're going to begin to move into half moon. I prefer in half moon for my right toes to turn inwards a little bit. And as you inhale, lift the left heel all the way out to the left. Beginning to open up your chest and hips to the long side of the mat on the left. If you feel able, take the left arm all the way up towards the sky. Bringing it into your half moon, your strong standing balance, your right foot firmly rooted to the mat underneath you. Your left foot pressing out to the left, strong, steady and stable. Take a breath in. As you exhale from here, begin to bring your left fingertips towards the floor or your blocks. Take a breath. And as you exhale, we're going to come back into your stand and balance. Left knee comes forward of left hip. Option to rest those toes to your block or lift and hover the foot. From here, right hand to left knee and take the left arm all the way out behind you in a twist. Amazing. Take in a breath. Exhale, come back through center. Left foot to the floor as you fold forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift.
Exhale, step it back. Options to a downward facing dog or step it through a vinyasa. Your final vinyasa of your movement this morning. Pushing back into your downward dogs. And with your inhale, lift and sweep the left leg to the sky. Exhale to step the left foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, take your prayer twist. Either a high twist or that lower twist with the elbow towards the knee. Take a breath. Exhale, twist in the chest through center. Taking the left hand forward of the left foot, reach for your blocks if they're there and you need them. Turn the left toes inwards towards the middle of your mat if that feels better for you. Right hand, right hip. Take a breath. Exhale, move into your half moon. Right leg lifts out to the right. Chest opens to the long side of the mat on the right. Once here, if you're able, you can take that right arm all the way up towards the sky. And think about a long straight line running through the front of the body. Maybe you need to lean your shoulders slightly back to open the chest a little bit more. Take a breath. Long exhale. From here, your right hand comes back to your blocks or the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, come into your stand and balance. Right knee comes forward of the right hip. Step it onto the blocks if you need that little bit of support. And then cross left hand, right knee, right hand all the way up behind you in your twist. Take in a breath. Exhale, come back through center. Release the right foot to the floor. Fold on all the way forward over the legs. Placing the hands to the mat, lift the heels, lower the hips. And then sit your bum all the way down onto the floor, extending the legs out in front. Inhale, arms lift up to the sky. Exhale, fold them forward over the legs. Take in a breath. So you exhale, come all the way back up through center. And then roll all the way onto your back, bringing the knees into the chest. From here, placing the soles of the feet to the floor. Take the arms where feel comfortable for you, out wide on the body, overhead. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, twist your knees to the right. Thinking here about the shoulders staying nice and level on the floor. Left shoulder has equal purchase on the mat as the right. If you want to increase your twist, you could bring the knees a little closer to the chest. You could use your right hand and gently place it over the left knee for a little downward traction. You might feel comfortable to twist your head to the left in the opposite direction of your knees. And as you take your next inhale, come all the way back into center. Readjust the hips and shoulders if you need. Take a breath. And exhale, twist the knees out to the left. Again, shoulders are evenly spread on the mat. Increasing the twist, you could bring the knees closer. You could use your left hand as a lever to guide the knees closer to the mat. You could turn your head in the opposite direction of the knees if that feels comfortable.
And as you take your next inhale, bring the knees all the way back into center. And as you exhale, slide the legs out into your Shavasana. Whatever your Shavasana might be for you, even if you've only got a moment extra to spend here, then just allow your body to be heavy for a moment. You might have longer, you might have 10 minutes where you can stay here in Shavasana in stillness. Taken this last part of your practice to let go of everything and surrender your body to the mat beneath you, to the space around you, to this moment right now. Each time you exhale, see if you can let go of any last little bits of tension. Release the toes, the fingers, and the chest. Let go of the tension in the jaw. The space between the eyebrows. Feel that melt as the eyebrows stretch away from one another. Feel as if the skin around your temples is slowly melting downwards to the mat underneath your head. The breath is slow and steady. The body is free and spacious. If Shavasana is where you might stay for a while longer, and stay as you are, enjoying these moments of stillness, of quiet. If you're ready to move, take an inhale, maybe it's a full stretch. And an exhale, draw the knees into the chest and take a rock all the way up until you find your seat. Once you find your seat, rest the hands to the knees and lean back until you feel the bones of your bottom press and connect to the floor beneath you. And as you take your next inhale, opening the arms wide, reach all the way up to the sky. Take a deeper breath. Exhale, sigh the hands to your center. Inhale, wide arms, deep breath, lifting the arms up overhead. Exhale, sigh the hands to your center. Inhale, wide arms, reach and lift to the sky. Exhale, sigh the hands towards center, bowing the forehead to the thumbs. Taking a moment to thank yourself for making it onto your mat this morning, for stepping into your power, your strength, your focus, into your space right here, right now. Thank you all for your energy and sharing your time with me today. Namaste.